Hello, this is Bob Joyner with StartDayTrading.com, and in this short 5-minute video I've put together some information for you about how to use a free stock chart service and about how to use PVT, which stands for Price Volume Trend Indicator, with that charting service. So the charting service is found at www.freestockcharts.com. You may have already heard of it, but what I wanted to show you on this little video is how to use these indicators. You can add these indicators to your chart. PVT, of course, price volume trend, MF stands for money flow, and RSI stands for relative strength index. So I'm taking one chart, and that is EXPE. On the date is October the 16th 2009, and you can see on this is a 2-minute chart, and you can see the big price swing that happened in those final few moments of that chart to the right. This is a 2-minute chart, and I've circled a couple of things here on the left. That blue circle is just showing you a pivot line, which is something that I watch as that price rises, because we know that it could meet some resistance at that pivot line. And then the bottom two blue circles show you how PVT and money flow rise up in the middle of that chart there and past that little line. They loop up, and at the same time RSI crosses over its moving average. This is going to the 5-minute chart view now, and just to show you how it looks on there, especially at the bottom, what I would point out is how RSI crosses over its moving average, and you can see I've got a pretty tight RSI plotted there. And in the top part of that screen you can see all the many different pivot lines that are possible. So again, pointing out this is a 5-minute chart, so what I'm looking at is I don't always expect it to stop at that first pivot line. I'm looking at many other things such as money flow and the PVT that are shown in that middle, and they're still continuing to go up. But one of the things I'm watching is that RSI has crossed over as it approaches that 100 point on the right. This is going back to the 2-minute chart again and just showing you how this price continues to climb. So it passes through that first pivot line of 2509, and it continues to climb higher there. There are of course many other factors involved in trading the stock this afternoon, but then you can see how PVT and money flow kind of top out at the middle part of that chart, and then you can see how RSI on the 2-minute chart also kind of gets squeezed up at that 100 line. From there, what happens is you can see that that point was a good point to go ahead and take your profit, because price started to decline after RSI got up to that 100. Then you have the RSI crossing over its moving average. Price continues to fall, and you can see what happens there in the very middle of that blue circle, how PVT and money flow make a little upside down V shape and then cross to that line one more time, which presents another opportunity to short the stock, not just take your profit on that long trade, but to short the stock and continue to watch it fall. And then the question of course becomes, when do you get out of that short trade? You can see how in the middle circle, the blue circle I've drawn, how PVT and money flow go below that line, and then RSI almost makes a crossover pattern. So we flip back out to the 5-minute chart. I'm just going back and forth between 2 and 5-minute charts to get different time perspectives and contextual trading looks on this. And you can see on the 5-minute chart how RSI has not crossed over the moving average down at the bottom. There's still a gap there, which means there's probably still room for that price to fall. And then go into the 5-minute chart again, next view, you can see how price now is down to 24.77, and we finally have an RSI crossing over there. And for me, that's a good point of going ahead and taking your profit, because from there strength could climb back up, and you've already made about 1.5% going up and 1.5% going down in just about 45 minutes time, something like that. So just a quick run through of PVT and how to use it in your trading for day trading purposes. This video is just a small part of the video course that I've got at StartDayTrading.com. If you're interested, please come visit the website, and there's plenty of free information there for day traders. Thanks.